Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. Today's video is going to be a week in my life but holiday edition. So for context, on Saturday I am going away to Scotland for a week. I'm going to Glasgow, I'm going to Edinburgh, and you know I am going to a number of bookshops. So I am starting this vlog a little bit early because I do have a day and a bit until I go, but that is because I need help picking which books that I'm going to be taking away with me. So for some context, I am currently in between two books. So the first being Truth with the Light by Laura Carter. I am eating this up, but also very much dragging it out because I realise that we have until October and I fear no one doesn't like Laura. So I am very much dragging it out. I'm on chapter 35, which is page 226 out of, I don't want to see any spoilers, oh my god. I think it's like 381, okay? So we have a bit of a chunk left. Ideally, I would like to finish this book before going away because I feel like when you go on holiday, it's nice to start a new book. I don't know whether I will have time to finish this tomorrow. That being said, Laura kindly sent me the e-arc of this book, so I do have it on my Kindle. I'm also listening to on BookBeats City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. I'm about 30% of the way through. I need to update it with my physical copy against my audiobook, but so far I am loving this. This is definitely one of those books that even though it's like 800 pages, it feels like you've been reading for such a short amount of time because it is so bingeable and fun. It gives very much like urban fantasy mystery vibes. There's kind of high stakes, there's a lot of different elements to it. I think there's going to be a really nice found family as well within this book, and I'm just having a lot of fun. So I am listening to this. I have a strategic plan. Basically, I can't read when I'm in the car because I get motion sickness, I get car sick. So I've got this on BookBeat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not bringing this book with me. It's freaking massive. But I'm gonna listen to the book, and I've bought a while ago, it was in the 99p deal before it even got picked up. I have the first two on my Kindle, so I'm gonna have my Kindle with me, but I'm gonna listen to it rather than actually like physically read it. With that being said, I am very much in my like fantasy romantasy era at the moment, and I have a literal stack of books that I cannot pick from. I'll be completely honest, only two of these are not romantasy or fantasy. The first being Unbound by Peyton Corinne. This probably is one of my most anticipated reads for 2026. There's just something that Peyton does, I don't know, she just scratches an itch in my brain. Her writing is unlike anything I've ever read. It's so eloquent, almost like hauntingly poetic. And this one I fear I'm just gonna relate to on a deeper level. Like I felt very much like I related to Freddie in Unloved, but Bennett's character, I fear he is me and I am him, truthfully. So this is one that I really do want to take away. I know it's very emotional. A lot of people who have read this have said that they've cried. Do I really want to be crying on holiday? No. Am I gonna? Yes. So this is definitely, I think this is definitely coming with me. I think it might be on Kindle Unlimited, but I got the copy with like the really like nice art in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. And then in the back we have abs. Yes, I know we have abs. I absolutely adore this art style, so I would really like to read the physical copy. Also, I am so happy that we're now getting all of these covers like in this like almost like anime style. I think it's so gorgeous. I mean, guys, are you seeing the hand placement? Where is it? It's here. Are you seeing the hand placement? Here and here. I don't need to explain it more. I feel that says it explains it all. The next book that isn't a fantasy, a Silver Elite by Danny Francis. I fear this is one of those books that I will either absolutely love or I am gonna hate it. I feel like my taste when it comes to really popular books is very hit or miss. For example, with On Wings and Blood, that book should have been everything I love in a good romantasy, and it's softy enough. It is softy enough. I did pick it up on Blockbeat and then put it down, so maybe I would have a better go reading it physically, but right now it's a big no. So this is one that I definitely feel like I could love it or I could hate it. So this is in the maybe pile at the moment, I think. Then I think this one is Criminal, that I've not read, and this is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. The reason why I kind of want to read this is my friend Chloe and I were talking about dark gothic fantasy, and this is definitely one that like springs to mind when I think of gothic fantasy. Even though I'm technically like going away, I fear that Scotland will be rainy and gloomy, and I kind of want like a book to fit this. So I'm thinking this, or is it an Nafmir by Kerry Lake, which I do have the physical copy on my shelf as well. So my only issue with this is I tried to read The Night and the Moth and I got poorly and I put it down. I wasn't loving it. I don't know if it was because I was starting to get sick, but I wasn't loving it, and that's why I'm a bit nervous about picking this book up, because I find when a writer is overly lyrical, I don't enjoy it as much. Don't get me wrong, I love beautiful, eloquent writing, but when it's like overly lyrical, it's for me it's just not as digestible, and I don't enjoy it as much, and that like extra thought takes away from the story. Maybe I'm just stupid, I don't know. So I am super scared to read this book, but I have heard really good things about Rachel and this series in particular. So again, this is in the maybe pile. Then we have Iron and Embers, which I feel like I should take because I actually bought this last time I went to Glasgow. The Waterstones in Glasgow is absolutely amazing. The big one, I think it's on Sauchiehall Street, I think that's how you say it, is absolutely huge and it's stunning inside. And I literally screamed when I saw this because I didn't know it had come out. So this is one I really want to read Helen's writing, because in terms of like top tier fantasy authors, Helen is one that I see time and time and time again. Like, I think all the books of hers that are out, I've not seen a bad thing for. So I know technically I'm meant to read Blood and Steel first, but I might, because I just have this one, I might just read it. I might. And it's really pretty too. It's got like a gold spine at the side as well. So I feel all of these are going in the maybe part because I have so many good picks. Twin Crowns is another one that I have been dying to read because I have seen nothing but good things about this book. I did pick it up, I think, last year, and I got to page 53, which is chapter 7, and I stopped enough because I wasn't in the I was in a really bad slump. I don't know why. I was just not enjoying reading at that time, and I was really struggling with anything. I think I probably like softy enough, maybe like 4 books in a row at that point, and it's not a reflection of the book at all, because I think this is my type of like YA romance. That's my only thing that like puts me off reading it, is that I have unfortunately already softy enough this. I also picked out The Dagger and the Flame, which is by the same authors. This is Catherine Doyle, and then this is Catherine Doyle and Catherine Webber. I was just told today that actually this is not related to this. I thought I'd have to read this before reading this, but my friend said that technically yes, I could read this before because it's in a different world. I would have to read this before, I think it's like A King of Beasts or something like that, which is like the spin-off of this series. So I could take this one with me because I believe she like it's like Cloak and Dagger kind of Cloaks and Daggers, the thieves and the assassins, which I love that kind of idea. Like, I feel like he's going to be one thing, she's going to be the other. I hope she is like a thief or something like that. That'd be super cool. And I've heard nothing but good things. Everything I've heard about Catherine Webber and Catherine Doyle have been really good, like YA kind of fun vibes, just very easy digestible romanticy, and that is kind of what I'm wanting at the moment. I'm not overly fussed about a load of smut at the moment. I'm finding that when I am reading a book, if there is loads of smut in it at the moment, I'm just like, ew, I like want to skip over it. So, and then the last book I've picked out is House of Bane and Blood. I feel like this is one that has been a long time coming. I literally have the indie copies of A House of Bane and Blood, and then A City of Mirth and Malice, I think is the second one. I don't know. Yeah, City of Mirth and Malice. I have them both as indie editions as well. This is like a steampunk, Peaky Blinders inspired romantasy, and I think it is a marriage of convenience, like enemies to lovers, which you guys know I love an enemies to lovers. I did, however, basically promise Luke that when he was to read Jade City, I would read this one, as they're both kind of like, not a wee bit dystopian, but like just that kind of like, they have very similar vibes. Not really. No, not really, but I've promised now, so I feel like I have to. And I literally got this as a proof, like this is the proof one. The one in the works has like a really nice foiling, and I'm not even joking, I think it's like £3.50, or it's in like the free for like, what is it, £7.50 deal. Like, it's an absolute steal, and if I like this, I think I would go and get the foil covers so both of them match, and I have the traditionally published versions as well. I have followed Alexis for the longest time, and I cannot believe that I have never read her book. I did read maybe I read the prologue in this book. Yeah, I read the prologue in this book, and then I read like maybe a chapter or two, and then again I softy DNF'd it. Some of these books I have softy DNF'd. Not the book, it is me. I am the problem. I'm stressed. I fear I'm gonna probably take 2 or 3 books physically with me, and then I'm gonna take my Kindle. So really I need to think. I'm a bit weird because sometimes I feel like I have a better reading experience if I have it physically, but I also need to think about like what's available on Kindle Unlimited and what is not. And a lot of these actually are, I think, on Kindle Unlimited, which is a big slay. Right, I'm going to have a little think, and then I'm going to come back. I'm also going to send the stack to my friend so she can help me pick. So it is the morning of the Scotland trip. I am very excited. I'm just going to do a bit of skincare. Because I'm not putting makeup on to travel. I just feel like that's such a waste of makeup, and we don't really have any plans other than like maybe doing a food shop and then getting a pizza crunch when we get there, to be honest, because I feel like we'll be so tired from driving. Well, not me driving, me basically being a passenger P, but I just feel like it's a waste, and I probably will end up falling asleep because, trigger warning, I get car sick quite easily, so I'm in the back of the car because I don't want my dad sat in the back of the car, so I'm going in the back with Flo. So I've bought a bunch of snacks and stuff because I find that when I eat, that it helps with my car, like my motion sickness. So and I've got like a Ribena and stuff like that. I think we are gonna get like a McDonald's like breakfast as well, like it's a little like holiday treat. I feel like if you're holidaying in the UK and you're from the UK, the best way to start it is with like either like a correct, maybe not a Greg's breakfast, but like a Greg's coffee and then a McDonald's breakfast. I feel like that is like the best combo. So I'm gonna get a cheesy flatbread but without the bacon because I don't really like bacon that much. And then you don't get a Diet Coke because I don't care what time it is in the morning, I'm getting a Diet Coke. I'm trying this new SPF that I got from Number 7. This whole thing was only £7, which I think for SPF is really good, and I really like Number 7. I use some of their minis, like the all like skincare bits, so I'm very excited. I have tried this like as a sample because I'm a bit funny with my SPF. I don't like it to smell like SPF, and I know that sounds really stupid, but if I can smell it overly sun creamy, it's just like not a vibe. I don't mind it on like holiday, like if I'm abroad, but like if I'm wearing SPF every single day, I don't want to smell like sun cream every single day, if that makes sense. So yeah, I did pack my book. So in terms of books, I've brought 3 with me. Have I then gone and downloaded or bought the rest of the books on my Kindle? Yes, I have, because I'm so indecisive. So the 3 books that I've brought with me are Unbound by Pete and Corinne, which that was kind of like a non-negotiable for me. Like I knew that was coming with me. And then also Iron and Embers and One Dot Window. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thanks. Can we treat it to a little early breakfast? One sec, I need a drink, guys. My mouth is like sandpaper. I'm so sorry.
Drop. Girl. Drop it.
Delish. I don't know whether to keep the packaging for this. I feel like I don't need to. But this is really nice. It doesn't smell over, like it has a tiny bit, but it smells mostly like fresh. But I think this is like my wash bag, which has obviously got my skincare in, and it's kind of overflowing now. Oh no. I'm such a mum though. Like I've packed like antihistamines, paracetamol for everyone. Like Luke's mum got me this wash bag, and then she also got me this makeup bag, and it's literally like both of them are so nice. This, I think she knows that like sage green is one of my favorite colors. Like this is like one of my favorite colors, and I love the like pink details, blue, so cute. Also, I'm packing an umbrella. If you've been to Scotland or from Scotland, you know the dilemma with the weather. Sometimes it can be absolutely beautiful, and then sometimes it can be shocking. So I've got my raincoat. I'm not taking a big coat with me, I don't think, just because I think I'll be too hot. So I've got a leather jacket and I've got my raincoat, and I think that should be enough. Going back to the books, I have downloaded or bought them all on my Kindle. I think most of them are on Kindle Limited. It does mean my Kindle is running very slow though. And I charged it up last night, yeah. So I've got, oh my god, did they not come through? Yes, oh my goodness. So I've got like a full page of like KU pics. I still need to finish Truth of the Light, which I am very much enjoying. I think I only managed to read a couple of pages before bed last night, because basically at the moment, Luke and I are, rather than watching series on a weekend, we're watching like a movie series. So last couple of weeks we've been watching Scream, which I've never seen the Scream movies before, despite loving Scream TV show and Scary Movie. So we watched them and finished them off, and then now we're watching Saw. So we watched Saw 2 yesterday, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good. My bag is like bursting, but I've got like all my headphones and stuff in there. So I packed Unbound, Iron Embers by Helen, I think her last name's Shura, and then One Dark Window. I think when I get there, I might start, like once I finish Truth of the Light, I might either start One Dark Window or Unbound. Like I'm very much in like a fantasy mood, but I keep seeing spoilers and like little quotes of Unbound by Pete and Corinne, and it's like I fear I need to read it. lunch now. I've just had an absolute beast of a pizza crunch and I'm feeling really good. I've just ran a bubble bath. I'm going to put more water into this, I think, because I am going to make full use this massive bath, but also this massive bathroom as well. Are you joking me? This huge mirror, and then also this mirror lights up, which is gonna be so good for doing my makeup. Probably also feeling very insecure about myself as well. But I'm gonna read in the bath. I did try to do a little bit of writing before, but I was feeling really tired before we ate and I just couldn't concentrate. So I'm gonna read in the bath for like maybe like an hour or so, till basically the water's cold, and then I might try and do some more writing. I'm gonna try and finish this book today so that I can start another book maybe later on this evening or tomorrow, but I do have 4 hours of this book left and I am a really slow reader, so we will see. I do also have a little lavender bath bomb. I think maybe my nan got me this for Christmas, so I am going to use that. Might make me more tired and not want to read or write, but I am just so excited just to chill. I will do like a full tour tomorrow, just because right now my stuff is still everywhere. I've unpacked my stuff, but like I just need to sort out my backpack and then Flo stuff as well. But yes, I'm very excited and I'm feeling very lucky to be here. It is currently Tuesday morning and I am sat with baby Flo here reading. I haven't really picked up the camera too much because I have just been like enjoying my time. Yesterday we did go to Glasgow, which of course I will have inserted some of the clips of. We went to the massive Waterstones in Sauchiehall Street, although I will say I didn't buy anything. I was really good. I did get a Edge of Darkness print and sticker, which I am really excited to display on my bookcase because I think I will like that series a lot. I've read the first book and I did really like it, so fingers crossed I like the rest of the trilogy and Lyra's other books as well. So last night I did finish Truth of the Light. I both love and hate Laura for that book because what the hell? The way that Laura just drops those like bombs of like drama and like I just cannot. Like, if you want your heart broken, please read Lost Kingdom Saga. Like, broken-hearted, but in like the best way because it's so good. I honestly had to put the book down. I had to put the book down twice while reading this. Once when I was in the bath, because of the plot twist, and then two because of something happened. I won't say what because obviously this is the 5th book in the series, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I was like, oh my god, has that actually just happened? Yes. Anyway, I have just started One Dog Window. So yeah, I'm only running on a few hours sleep, I'll be completely honest, because Flo is like a little bit funny about sleeping in new places, and she has a crate normally at home. Normally at home she sleeps by herself, she has a crate, she has her own room. But since being here, she's not settled sleeping. During the day she's okay, but like in the evening she's not settling, and she keeps waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So since being here, Luke's done like the morning shift, so I wanted to let him have a little bit of a sleep. So I am here with Flo. As you can see, she's curled up as a little donut just now. So I have been trying to read. I'm only literally 8 pages in. I just don't know if I'm in the mood for like a very lyrical book, and I fear that Rachel Gillick is going to be one of those authors where I either love her work or I find it like Marmite and I'm like I'm not going to enjoy it. Also because I'm so tired, I'm not sure if I'm in like the mood for like a really lyrical fantasy right now, but I really want fantasy. That's why I want like a really good fantasy book. I have been editing some of my whip as well because I wanted to like reread basically all the works I've written, about 44,000 words previously, and I wanted to reread it as like a bit of a refresh. So I've reread the like nearly 200 pages and I'm continuing now, but I've left my laptop in the room and I don't want to wake Luke up to start writing. So I've just had a cup of tea and I'm going to read a bit more of this book, hopefully get a bit of a chunk in this. And then in terms of the plans for today, we're meant to be going to the Kelpies, but it's a really nice day, so I was maybe going to see as well if Luke will drive me to the Morally Grey bookshop, which is just outside of Glasgow, because I've never been. I wanted to come last time we was in Glasgow, but because we got the train and it's outside the city, I couldn't go. So fingers crossed. He says that's okay. I think it's like half an hour away. But now that he's had like a good night's sleep, fingers crossed he won't be as tired today and we can go. It primarily is like dark romance, and there's a lot of like dark romance merch. But I want to get like a Lola King book. I really want to read her dark romance series. Also, I believe that they had a Lee Rivers signing not so long ago, so if I can get a Lee Rivers signed book as well, I'll be very happy. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go and read, make a chunk, make a dent in this, fingers crossed, if I can actually stay awake. But the weather outside today is literally so nice, so if we don't end up doing anything, we just go to the Kelpies, I might sit outside and do some writing and reading.
She barks at the biggest
Hippo.
like the horses.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah. She never. I think it's because they're like kind of a threat. So she'll go for.
Has she been in the field with cows? Or she?
No.
Or she never. I mean, not right in the field, but never encountered them.
Oh.
No, she's never seen cows.
Approximately 10 hours later.
No, she does. She's sitting down.
Having a Sunday,
it?
Oh my
Baby
god!
cheetah.
It's a cheetah! Oh, it's so cute! Look.
Has she got wings on the back or something?
The
I thought I saw
coffee.
that one, and you said you wanted that one, and then I saw the snack, and I was like, yeah.
The French fries.
If you get a ketchup or a French fries or a chicken nugget,
I like it.
So
No.
is this like another little baby?
Yeah.
But you dressed up as a French fry? Or
Yeah.
they've all just got hats on.
Oh, I can never do it, Lee.
I think you do it the other way.
Oh, do it now.
So you like
Yeah.
that way.
God, I'm really scared.
See, I told you, you got the most out of that shop.
yeah, and I've got nothing.
Neither.
Look at it.
Sugar.
Sugar bowl. Oh, sweetie.
I wouldn't even sugar or coffee, but I liked all of them. Oh my god, they're so cute. From a day in Edinburgh, but I wanted to show you guys the goodies and books that I have accumulated over the last 3 days. So the other day we went to Morally Grey bookshop, which is in Glasgow, and I was very kindly gifted from my dad, which is quite funny actually, that my dad bought me a dark romance book, but it has a pretty cover, so you can't really tell that it's dark romance. So I got Loving the Liar by Lola King. This is a dark romance set in a university setting, which I actually really enjoy. I really like Rena Kent's Legacy of God series, so I think I will enjoy this. I did really want her other series. I think the first book is maybe Beautiful Fiend, but they didn't have it. But this is so stunning. Like, it has like really cool, like what would you call these, like chapter starters, which I think is really cool. And I have heard really good things about this series. One of my friends is just currently reading it and said it is really good, so I picked up that. Then I got one of the bookmarks. I feel like when you go to like a new bookshop or like an independent bookshop, you kind of have to get a bookmark or like some sort of merch. So I did pick up this. This side is black and pink, and then this side is like an off white with pink, and of course I got a little tassel as well. They had a lot of like really like fun dark romance stuff, maybe stuff that is not for YouTube, but if you have been, you guys know it is a really nice bookshop. I met the owner and she was really nice, and I think maybe her auntie as well. I was talking to her for a while. And then we went to Edinburgh. So the first bookshop I went to, of course, was Book Lovers Bookshop, which basically my dad has bought these books for me, and they will be going away for my birthday and Christmas. This one is a little bit naughty. Actually, a lot of the books in this haul are a bit naughty because technically I already have this book, and that is Unbound by Peyton Corinne. I love Peyton, and when I saw that this was signed, I was like, you are coming home with me. Also kind of missed out on getting this book at Fiction Fest. I didn't realise that they had signed copies there, and I kind of was just like, oh, I'm gonna wait and just order it when I get home. No, they were signed, so I was really happy to be able to get a signed copy of this because I literally adore this series, this characters, Peyton herself, I think she's really cool. Also, it came with not one, but two prints. This is so cute. I don't actually know what this kind of scene is, but I'm very intrigued. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Very intrigued and excited to display this. As I have two, I probably will be giving one to a friend, maybe someone who's read the series, that sort of thing, because I don't need two of the same print, but we love a little freebie. Then I picked out Insatiable by Lee Rivers. I was meant to go to the Lee Rivers signing on Saturday, but obviously because we were travelling down, it was too tight of notice. So when I saw that they had one left sign, I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting this. So it's signed here. They also had Little Stranger, Little Liar signed as well, but I really want them traditionally published so they just all match the series, so I didn't pick those up. But when we went to pay for this, she was like, oh, I've got loads of goodies to give you as well. So with that book, I was gifted this art print, which I think is really nice. These prints are in the front of the first run of these books as well, so I think they are limited edition. And then I got this print from book 2, which makes me really excited. I just think this art style is like really cool. And then alongside that, I got some bookmarks as well. So this one says Discover the Queen of Dark Romance, Lee Rivers. And then it has on the back as well, like all of her books. And then this one is just kind of like, maybe I guess like her like business card, her bookmark card. So it just says Lee Rivers on, and then on the back it has like her Instagram, Facebook, and then her website as well. I don't know if she sells books on her website, but I thought they were quite cute, and I'll be using them when I read the rest of the books in the series. I also got given a pen, which is really cool. It has like a little like stylus top on the side, and then the pen here, and then it has like crystals, and then it says Lee Rivers with a little spider. I guess that's from I think one of her series is linked to like the web or something like that. If I can remember the name of it, I'll put it on the screen. But I thought that was really cute. And then also I got given a Book Lovers Bookshop bookmark, because I've been in there 3 times now and I didn't realise that they did these bookmarks as like little freebies, so she kind of gave me one of them. Then I went to Stoppins and I decided to pick up 2 Twisted Crowns, because I'm currently reading One Dark Window, and I will say, okay, Luke, he's over there, you were right, it is really good. It is so good. I don't know why I have been putting it off. I feel like the writing is not like out of this world in terms of like grammar, but like just the way it feels poetic and flows is very addicting. So I feel like as soon as I finish that, I will want to read this. Also, how floppy is this book? Like, what the hell? They're also not very long. Oh, I just saw another POV. Oh my goodness. This one is slightly longer. I wonder if they've got different publishing houses, because the pages are on the bottom of this book and they were at the top for the first one. I need to look at that. I've got my book over there. I'll have a look in a minute. But this like red foil as well. This red foil as well is like super pretty. And then this one is really naughty, because I already have 2 copies of this book, but when I say it is one of my like all-time favorite books, and basically I was looking around the shop because I knew that this author had been to Toppins books, one in Edinburgh and one in Bath. So me and my dad asked, did they have any copies of Nightshade by Autumn Woods? And the lady looked at me and she was like, oh, I don't think they're signed, because normally in Toppins they have like a little thing that says round it signed, or like first edition, that sort of thing. But then she looked at me and it's signed. It is literally signed by Autumn. Autumn has touched this book. I really want to crawl inside of her brain. Like, I find her writing just so enjoyable and addicting, and like beautiful, but not like overly lyrical that takes away from the story. I remember reading this and then putting it down and being like, I need to reread that book like ASAP, because it was so good. Honestly, one of my top 3 books of last year, if not my favorite book of last year. I just love the gothic academia romance mystery vibes, and even if you like any of that, like the way that it just like blends the different genres, this is done very, very well. So I am very excited for Daybreak. I'm very happy to have this as part of my collection. Hopefully you guys can hear me because Luke is currently having a shower and I can hear the fuzzy noises of the shower, so I'm not sure if that's on for you guys as well. But today is Thursday, so we're gonna have a bit of a drive out. We spent the morning basically reading, writing. I have now hit 45,000 words, which is crazy. That is literally half a book, which is so mad. So I'm definitely like halfway there, which is really exciting, and I am very much enjoying writing, especially with this like beautiful country setting that we're in. So we are going to go to South Queensferry today, which is very close to the area that Luke grew up in, so that's very exciting. It'd be nice to show my dad kind of that area. Obviously I've been there quite a few times visiting Luke's family and stuff, and then we're going to go for a big walk on the front. I'm also going to try a place that I've been wanting to try for the longest time, and it's called Down the Hatch. It's basically, it's like a Canadian restaurant, so they do like poutine and different types of burgers and stuff, so I'm very excited to try one of those. I think they also have a thing called a hoagie, which I'm not sure if it's Canadian or if it's Scottish, because I've seen it on a few different menus, so we'll have a little look at that. There are a couple of trinket shops as well that I do want to go into. I wished yesterday, so basically in Edinburgh they have a lot of like tartan, like scarves and blanket shops. Yesterday we went and got my nan a scarf and a blanket. I wish that I had bought a blanket with me as well, because I don't know what it is. I've been really cold since being here. Like in the evenings I've been putting the heating on, and like Luke and Dad are like, Meg, it is literally so warm in here. So I don't know why I feel so cold. Maybe because I'm still a bit poorly from my chest infection, but I literally need to get a blanket, so I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, that one of these shops has like a tartan blanket that I can get. In terms of reading, because I feel like I've not, oh, the dog is squeaking, I feel like I've not spoke to you about reading. I am reading One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, and I'll be so for real, I was really nervous to pick up this book because I had started The Night and the Moth a while ago, and I was coming down with something I was poorly, so I softly left it at the time, and I've been a bit apprehensive to pick it up because when I obviously started reading it, I was coming down with something, and I really struggle to read when I'm poorly, especially if it's like a head cold. So I wasn't enjoying it, but I think it was more of a me problem, because since I have picked up One Dark Window, it's so good. There's just something that Rachel has put in this book that just feels so addicting, and like I'm on the edge of my seat, but it's not necessarily like super high stakes yet. It's just very interesting, and I love that within one POV we technically get two voices, which I think is really interesting. I do really like the witty banter that the monster has, which is quite funny to think that this creature is like living in her head, but he is like really funny and sarcastic with the way that he communicates. So where our female character is a bit more serious, and I kind of like that comedic dynamic they have. I do appreciate that. So I am super excited to get more into it. I think I'm on like page 100 and something now, so I'm about a quarter of the way through, but it's definitely one of those books that I feel like I could fly through. So maybe when I'm in the car I might do some more reading, but I do get a bit motion sick, so we will see. But yeah, I am going to go now. I'm going to go do my skincare. I'm not going to wear makeup today. I feel like when I went to Glasgow, I wore makeup. When I went to Edinburgh, I wore makeup, because I feel like they were like posher places, whereas if I'm going for a walk today in South Queensferry, I don't really need to be as dressed up as I would if I was going to like Edinburgh, for example. But I am going to do my skincare, put my SPF, I can never say that, SPF on. I've also picked my hoodie to wear because in South Queensferry it's like on the front where the bridges are. I can't remember the name of the bridges. It is really windy, and I remember there being like a really big hill when I went with Luke and his mum, so I've got this one. I'm going to also wear a hat which may get blown off in the wind, but I really don't fancy having my hair blowing all over the place, so Anyway, of course, I'm going to bring you guys along with us, and then this evening I think we're going to have a bit more of a chilled evening, maybe watch a film. Last night we watched Nosferatu, which me and Luke have seen before and really enjoyed, but my dad hasn't seen it, so we watched it, and I really like the kind of like modern twist it plays with a old-fashioned or like a more traditional horror movie, or like Dracula vampire movie. I think it's really unique and just interesting. Also really good cast as well. I really like, I can't remember his name now. Oh, what he's Quicksilver on Marvel. I really like him, so I was very happy to see him in the cast. So we might watch another film tonight, and I am thinking Sinners, because that is, I think, my favourite film of last year. The music is just so good. Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, like such a good cast as well. So I think we might watch that tonight. Last day holiday blues. How you feeling, Smithy?
Yeah, not bad.
We're going to Stirling today. I'm going to try and read a bit more of this book before we go. I'm on page 128, which is chapter 12. Lukey, what have you been reading?
Watchmen. I've not
Watchmen,
read any of them.
graphic novel. He is currently reading physically June, but he has been reading Watchmen because we've had a bit of like a comic-y Marvel week. We've been watching a lot of Daredevil, which we finished last night. Really good. I did sleep through a lot of it, I won't lie, but the episodes that I caught, I really enjoyed, so I might have to, when I get home, rewatch the series, season 1 and season 2. But yeah, I'm gonna go and read now.
4 other seasons.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's a lot of seasons for me to finish while I do research work, so that's fine. You look beautiful, look. She's having a treat, so that she's not mad at us for putting it over her collar. So basically, like, it wraps around there, but she seems fine now that it's on. Good girl. That's nice. It is. Yummy.